Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 13 the show, and we have got some Atlanta Braves franchise, of course, coming your way. Now, we're reaching the end of the regular season. I think I need to go ahead and just play one more series. I think it's against the Phillies, and then I go ahead and reach the postseason. But this is a special video for me. Probably not so much for you guys, but I think this is really cool. So this is the first game I've been able to record on my new HD PVR. I've been using the original HD PVR for the longest time, and I was like, you know what, with next gen coming out in a month and a half, I need to make sure that I've got something that's going to work with it, like just right from day one. So here we go. Now, HD PVR 2, of course, does HDMI. So that's why I need to make sure I had it for next gen. And it was kind of cool because I had to do some research, of course, deciding which capture device I was going to get. And I was reading, it's like, you know, PS3's HDMI isn't supported with the HD PVR 2. And a lot of other people were saying the same thing for the PlayStation 4. Oh, that one was in the dirt. Anyway, still get the out, so we're good. But there's a way around it. And basically what it is because of the type of encryption that they have, it's a digital encryption. So the way that you get around digital encryption is you go ahead and you switch it to analog, and all the encryption goes off. And then you got to go ahead and you got to take it from an analog signal and put it back into digital. So there's another device that I had to get. It was like $30. But if it works right here on HDMI with the PlayStation 3, I'm pretty confident that everything's going to work with the PS4. Now, I've heard, of course, too, that, you know, Sony says you're still going to be able to record on HDMI and stuff like that. So, I don't know, maybe it wasn't a concern of mine, but hey, just in case, I'm feeling pretty good about how this is all going to end up on November 15th when this all comes out. So editing is going to be a little bit tougher actually with the new PVR because I might have to do some research to see if there is a way around this. But everything that's recorded here is in a .ts file, which is read by Windows Movie Maker with no problem whatsoever. Oh, bad throw. Coming home, get the run. But since it records everything in a .ts file, that's great. I mean, Windows Movie Maker will go ahead and accept it and everything, but it doesn't go ahead and put it in like a lower frame rate, so it's a lot tougher for me to actually go ahead and edit. This is like the best catch, by the way, that I've had in a long time from the outfield. I don't think I've had a diving catch in this game yet. It's the closest thing I've had. So, yeah, I mean, that's the downside. So I have to go ahead and convert it from .ts to .mp4, so that way it's a lot easier to be able to edit. It actually doesn't take too long, but it's just one more step that I have to do in the whole process, which I guess is okay in the grand scheme of things. So, but, oh, wild pitch. And I'm getting on to second with that one, too. It's not every day you get to see your pitcher advance like that, but that's all right. No big deal because Medlin doesn't come home or anything like that. Counts full right here in the top of 4. Ugla messes that one up. Oh my gosh. That was bad. I'd expect that from Johnson, but I wouldn't expect that. Well, I take that back. Ugla's not necessarily known for being the best fielding second baseman in Major League Baseball today. But, oh, he is one lucky man. You get the double play right there. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this. You may not, but I do. Colors are a lot more vibrant with the HD PVR 2. So as I go and I take a look at, because, I mean, like, I compared, like, a game that I did before with this one. I'd say it looks a lot better. But that's just my opinion on it. You guys may have a totally different opinion. But anyway, getting more to the game, not so much about the HD PVR 2. Well, I'll say this last thing. If you guys want me to do a new setup video just kind of explaining, you know, how I have it all set up, I'll definitely do that. So just let me know. Now, you guys probably remember this from a while ago, but I did go ahead and issue the same suspensions that Major League Baseball did for biogenesis and all that stuff. So that's why you're not seeing Ryan Braun in this one. That's another reason why the Brewers have been struggling quite a bit this year. Though, of course, not the whole year. Oh, I missed that one. That was not a good one to swing at. I think the reason why I even showed that one is because of the difficulty in editing, but that one in the straightaway center. Justin Upton getting the home run, which is nice to see because it feels like in the last couple of games that I've been playing, home runs have been few and far between, but I'm not really going for anything really too special right now when it comes to the home runs. I mean, the biggest achievement that I have had this year has been Jason Hayward reaching the 40-40 club. So he's not making the 50-50 club. So I'm not worried about like being at home run 49 or anything like that. I still think he's at like 41 or something. But anyway, holding off on hitting that one. Kind of hesitated on that, but that ended up working all right for me here. As Hayward's going to get a little bit of get a little single. Was thinking about maybe going ahead and advancing on the second. I saw that throw was a little bit off. I'm glad that I didn't. I didn't risk it or anything. But now we've got Freddie Freeman up the plate. It's 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth, and there's Hayward heading for second, and he is going to be safe. Now, even though he's reached the 40-40 club, I'm not going to go ahead and like stop stealing bases or stop trying to hit home runs. I mean, that would be absolutely counterintuitive to be able to do. We've got easy ride here, of course, to the postseason. So no concerns there. I'm just glad that we've been able to make it. Oh, Freddie Freeman also with one in a straightaway center added 2 more RBIs to his total this season. And I've actually been keeping track as to how many that he has, just to kind of see where he ranks on the all-time list. Don't think that I'm like anywhere ridiculously high or anything like that. I mean, I think I'm in maybe the top 150 or something like that all time with RBIs. But most RBIs I've had out of any player that I can recall. All right, so McCann watching that one for ball 4. So he'll get on first because of his good eye. I think McCann, out of anybody that I've had on my team, I think McCann's walked more than anybody. Well, we've had a great inning thus far. Still no outs. Wow. What a play. Well, for the Brewers. I'm not going to get excited about this for me. But Ugla hits it right on over to first. And as McCann tries to get back, he gets tagged. Craziness. But a double play is a double play, no matter how you try and chalk it up. That one on the ground. Johnson charging it. Will not be in time. MIlwaukee, my friend. Well-timed bunt. Okay. Now I got to watch the steal. Man, I was hoping for a double play of my own. But he's going to get over to third. He'll be safe. Won't even really apply a tag at all. Runners on the corners now for the Brewers. 2 outs now. Force the ground ball maybe with this 2-seam fastball. Ugla is one lucky man. Now, since we're kind of at the point here in the season where I've already clinched the division, it'd be one of those moments here if Ugla messed up again, I'd be like, you know what? Forget this. You go sit down. I'm going to bring someone else in to play second. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I've got plenty of people sitting on the bench waiting for something to happen. Okay. Speaking of Chris Johnson, here he is. The bottom of 5. There's Andrelton Simmons going for second. That was way too high. So with that extra time needed to bring the ball down Simmons is going to be safe at second. And Johnson sitting pretty with 1 ball. Watching that one, of course, go inside. So a good hit in the left. Simmons is going to round third. The throw not going to be in time. Well, they didn't even throw at home. So Johnson with an RBI to go ahead and expand the lead here for the Braves. We're getting close to the end of the game. Well, we're in the second half of the game, I should say. 5-0 in the bottom of 5. Ooh, swing and a miss on that changeup. Way too early there. That was embarrassing. Embarrassing. There we go. That one going right down the line. Johnson's going to round third. And he'll be safe. So runners on second and third. It's nice having 2 runners in scoring position. And now here's Jason Hayward. Everybody thinks that he's got a chance to be the MVP. Well, he's going to ground out here. But Johnson is going to come home. And he will be the only run that we see until we start off the 6th inning. Medlin, of course, having a great game until this happens. Aramis Ramirez with the home run. That doesn't feel weird for me to say. That just kind of reminds me of the old Chicago Cubs franchise days back in MLB 2K11. I was so young then. Anyway, now that the Brewers are on the board, not worried or anything like that. I mean, even if they were to come back, no biggie. No biggie. It's kind of nice being able to play baseball like this. Like, really have no concern whether or not I win or lose. But here's Freeman again here in the bottom of 8. Really not too much to see at all, but gonna dive and miss. So I'm gonna round second, head on over to third. The throw, not even close. Not every day you get to see Freddie Freeman hit a triple. All right, so here's McCann. That one's inside. And that one is gonna get caught, but I'm gonna tag up and come home. 7-1 now. And Dan Ugla now comes to the plate with 2 outs. So this one, is it enough? Yes, it is. All right, so Ugla getting a home run. Well, that'll make it 8-1 now. So, Brewers, I don't think really have a shot with this one here. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the top of the 9th right after Ugla goes ahead and steps on home plate. There we go. Keeping Medlin in just to go for the complete game. No other reason than to try and help out with his Cy Young Award status and to give the bullpen a little bit of a rest. You guys know I'm all about that. Just for the games that I simulate, I got to make sure that they're on their A game. But a total of 95 pitches. Simmons is going to get there and make the catch. I thought Justin Upton would have ran in from left to make that one. All right. So, as we reach the postseason, I am going to go ahead and play every single game and post it, hopefully, every single day. Even if that's the only one that I end up posting, I'm going to try and be really, really good about it. So that way you guys can kind of follow up on this. I know that a lot of you guys have watched this since the first spring training game, which is awesome to think about that took place, gosh, over 6 months ago. But it all comes down to the postseason. Honestly, been really impressed with the way that I've been able to play with the Braves. I was not expecting that at all to kind of have this much success, but it's been great. Not done yet, though. We'll see what ends up happening. Thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More Atlanta Braves, like I've been saying, to come later on. So subscribe if you haven't already, or you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thank you again. And as always, I hope you have a good one.